Alright guys, so welcome to Alien Day. Yep, 426. It is officially Alien Day, and literally we have nothing of oh yeah, we're getting like shoes and like a new book that's based off of the William Gibson adaptation of Alien 3, like his original script, but then again I could just go read the comic for that. So nothing really of note, but watch this. The moment I finish this video, I'm gonna see like, oh, Marvel announces Alien Guardians of the Galaxy crossover, and I will immediately have an audible fuck come out of my mouth, and then I will do another video. But for right now, since there's no real big news of note, I decided to do a subject on Alien that I've always wanted to talk about, and I think it's no better time to talk about that is on Alien Day. And it's something I've always really wanted to really give my thoughts on. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the innocence of the Xenomorph. Now I know what you're thinking. The Xenomorph is no way an innocent character. It's no way an innocent being. And to an extent you'd be right. It's a vicious monster. It is a vicious creature that slaughters everything in its path. But it's blameless. Let me explain. It is a blameless creature. It is really a blameless creature. And why, you may ask? It's killed so many people. It's destroyed entire planets in Dark Horse. Yes, but who is really at fault for that? We'll think about that. Because when you get down to it, the Xenomorph isn't a malicious being. It's just following its instincts. It's really just following what nature intended it to do. Its own nature intended it to do. Why do you think no, really, when you think about it, all it does, go out, collect something for the hive, bring it back to procreate more of its kind under the will of its queen. You know who else does that? Bees, ants, hornets. They all do that. What we're really looking at is just a jumbo-sized version of what a colony of ants would do. I guarantee you if ants were the size of xenomorphs, they would be doing the same thing as these creatures, except the live impregnation. That would be hornets. But yeah, that's really all the xenomorph is. It's no different from a ant or a bee. That's literally all it's doing. It's not going out to willingly conquer people or slaughter them because it thinks it's fun. No, it's just doing it because that's what its nature intended it to do. It doesn't care that you got in its way. You're here. It's here. It's going to take you or kill you, and that's out of self-defense. Really, the Xenomorph isn't going around killing people because it likes it. It's doing it for self-defense. When you really think about it, in the original Alien film, when you really think about it, it's not a monster picking people off one by one. It's a creature who is in the director's cut, just following what nature programmed it to do. And also, it's an animal that's scared out of its goddamn mind and trapped in an area it doesn't know. It's cut off from its hive. It doesn't understand what it's here for, and the moment it busts out of the guy's chest, it's met with violence first and foremost. So of course it's going to react negatively to that. Same with the Xenomorphs and Aliens. They were the nest was perfectly fine by its own, contained. It wasn't until Burke's orders went out to collect it, and then the Xenomorphs just went what they intended to do. You see, the running theme here is that the aliens aren't the monsters. The humans are. Literally, all you have to do is just leave them alone. That's literally all you have to do. But every time, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, or in the comics several other different corporations, continuously fuck with them. That's the problem. And yes, I know, the whole point of the Alien is to prove that man is the worst of these monsters, but really, the Xenomorphs are literally just, they're doing nothing wrong, and also they're just defending their hive and defending themselves. Again, let me put it into perspective. When a shark or a crocodile or like a tiger kills someone, do you blame the animal? No, you don't. You don't blame the animal. Now, because 9 times out of 10, it's usually the person's fault for getting in that situation. But, usually okay, let me rephrase that, because that sounded so wrong. For the most part, it's usually people who are wrong place, wrong time when the animal shows up. Especially when you're going out in the ocean to, surfboard or just have a day at the beach. You are going into its water. You're not going into your ocean. You're going into the shark's ocean. Or you go out into the jungle for, a safari or whatever. You're not going into your safari. You're going into the lion's home or the tiger's home. It's gonna get pissed off if wouldn't you be pissed off if someone walked into your house and started taking pictures of you or pulled a gun on you? I know I would. So the xenomorph is no different from an animal protecting its territory, its family, or being taken out of its home and freaking out. It's not doing anything wrong. It's just following its natural instincts. It's really just trying to survive, and mankind keeps fucking with it. It's literally the best way to stop these xenomorphs, don't go after them. Hadley's Hope would have been completely spared, and the xenomorphs would have been completely, the eggs would have still been in hibernation had Burke's orders not been hey, you guys get to go out there and harvest an egg, and then it is happenstance that it happened to be a queen's egg that attached itself to Newt's father. But yeah, the xenomorphs, for the most part, are just fuck off. Or, since we're here, we're just going to take the resources we've been given and, take these humans and have them be the hosts for the eggs. So that way we can just keep propagating, and we'll just adapt to our new environment. And yeah, it's kind of also plays in that whole thing of invasive species, where something is taken, usually by man, and brought into a new environment, and it adapts so quickly. Again, we see, trust me, speaking as someone from Florida, we have over 50 different invasive species living in Florida who have adapted and are now wiping out our own native species of animals. Trust me, I know a thing or two, speaking as a Floridian, I know a thing or two about invasive species and how easy they can adapt to a new lifestyle. Like I said, the xenomorph is really no different in that regard. So, yeah. I've always liked that, because it's usually the alien is treated like a monster or a demon or whatever. And yeah, it's no angel, but it's not doing this because it wants to, it's doing this because it's well, I'm here. Might as well do it, might as well build a colony, I guess. Humans? Alright, fuck it, I'll just take those. Shit, fucking stop with the fire! Yeah. So, again, the xenomorph is no real angel, but then again, you can't really blame them for being, most of the time experimented on, taken from their homes, and brought into areas that they just have to adapt in. It's not their fault that you got in their way. Blame the corporate overlords and military complexes that do this. Point your finger at them, not the xenomorph. They're just we're here, all right. Or in some Dark Horse comics, that you can blame the Yautja, because in the original Dark Horse comics, the Predators would put out the xenomorph eggs out into different planets. So yeah, you can also point the finger at the Yautja as well. But the xenomorphs are they're just there. It's not like with the Yautja, who knows what it's doing. It has an understanding. Xenomorphs don't have that kind of... If anything, they're kind of intelligent in the sense of maybe primates or... Well, not primates, but maybe dolphins or something. But really, the xenomorph is more along the lines of just a smarter and bigger bee or an ant. So yeah. So anyway, I just thought I'd do this fun little video just for Alien Day, because there wasn't really any news that really struck me to really talk about. But like I said, watch this. They're going to report something big, and I'm going to be right back on here going, motherfucker. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of what do you guys think of the whole thing of the alien being a innocent creature? Are you guys agree with that? You guys don't? Just comment below, let me know. I thought this would be a fun topic to talk about. But once again, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse, and I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.